Hey yo! Hello everybody and welcome to Salamander Racing. I am Salamander. Most people just call me Sal. Thanks everybody for stopping in. RJ, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate the like. Greatly appreciate that. We are doing Gran Turismo World Series tonight. Ran a practice race on my alt account earlier today. Didn't have too bad a run. I'm going to try to give this a shot. I haven't done the sport mode stuff in a while. Whether it be daily races or the GT World Series, we're going to give this a try. I don't particularly like this car or this track, but kind of want to get back into the swing of it. So we're going to give it a shot here. Before that, I do have up on screen the QR code for the GoFundMe link for Papa. As most of you already know, fellow streamer of ours, Papa's House of Game, lost his wife last week. Not totally unexpectedly. She's been ill for a while, but a shock to all of us. She was a big part of the community, you know, he needs some help. So the GoFundMe is up there for those that are willing and able to contribute financially. We've raised over $6,000 for him so far, which is awesome to see. I mean, the community is a great community. Would love to see more. I mean, Papa's been here for us, has been an ear to, you know, or lend an ear, shoulder to cry on, all that stuff for a lot of us. He's done a lot for some of us fellow streamers and stuff like that. So by all means, if you're able to, maybe go help relieve that burden just a little bit. With that being said, I need to get some practice in. We've got about 12 minutes before the lobbies open up, and I can switch over to that. I'll have about a half hour of practice time. I'm going to need it. So, hey Chuck, saw you stop in. Thanks for stopping by. Let's get on track. Alright, got the TCS on. Got the intermediate tires on. Probably just got a penalty. Like I put in the pinned chat, I do not have the chat reader on. So I won't be responding to anybody. I might respond a little bit before the races all start and everything, but once they get going, I'll be fully concentrated. Need to remember to not come out of corners in second. Go down to second for rotation, but definitely do not accelerate in second gear in this car. Like I said, the race I had earlier actually didn't go too bad, but it was in a B lobby, so expected it to go okay. We'll see what I can do in a mid-A lobby. Lost the rear end in third gear even. we go, under a 115. That first corner is so treacherous. $14,288. All right, Chuck. Saw people running earlier. Seems the strat that some winners have is to put at the end of 6 for soft, then 17 for inters. Yeah, when I ran it earlier, I ended up running 6. I had seen that you had posted that in Discord, running 7 on the inters before going to the softs. I need to play it safe. If I go in after 6, it wasn't really quite dried out enough for me, so... Yeah, right on. Pretty much right on pace with what I was doing earlier. I think I ran some more laps, ended up getting the track a little more dried out, probably how I gained another 4/10 there. But I'm trying to remember, when I did qualifying, I think I had a 111. If I remember right. I think the pole sitter had a high 110. Let's see, we're going to be able to start this up quick. Moving that to the back a little bit. Appreciate you guys dropping in, leaving the likes right off the bat. That helps. If you're new around here, consider subscribing. You know, the typical YouTube stuff. Let's see, we'll get another 15 minutes or so of practice. We'll see if I can get it to dry out. Get a little bit of soft run before we start our qualifier. Let's see, it looks like 30 laps, which is what I did earlier in the GT2 class, so that's the same. Looks like everything's the same. Sometimes GT1 and then GT2 and GT3 have different settings. Like a longer race or whatever, but still 30 laps, that's good. Dawn Squad, thanks for stopping by. Hoping this isn't a total disaster, but we'll see. Other than my practice race earlier today in GT2, haven't done a lot of online racing, so honestly not expecting a stellar result, but we'll see what happens. Just going to try to not embarrass myself if at all possible. Kind of my goal. I was spinning out an awful lot earlier today, just when doing some practice. So far I'm not doing that, so there's hope. The traction control helps. When I was first running practice laps earlier today, I did not have traction control on. And then I quickly remembered that is practically required not only in the rain, but also with the stinking car. The fact that it goes from like being bogged down to all of a sudden like having tons of power on tap, it wants to kill you. Just that slow up, and then all of a sudden, wing! It just goes. It's like you're sitting there with the throttle mashed, going go, go, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay. Coming out of that corner, it's like you got to come out in second to get good time, but if you get it wrong, it's so easy to spin. That whole section right there too is a really easy one to spin out on. I know you can go over that bump there, but every time I try to do it, it does not go well. Same thing with that bump there, although I made it work. I actually lost time cutting the corner more. That was quicker. Like I slowed down sooner. That got me a better exit. Hey Rob, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the like and the support. There we go. Down to the 113s. I think you don't cut that first corner. Every time I've cut it, I've lost time. I didn't cut it there, and it's faster. Went too deep on that previous corner, lost some time there. Went a little deep there. Went really deep there. That was the end of lap 6. And the track is basically dried out enough for soft tires, but you go off the racing line at all. Like that corner right there is going to be super treacherous. I think I'd almost just rather take the extra lap, let other people come in and pit. You get the softer tire, but you can't use the whole track yet. Whereas me on the intermediates, I can still keep using the whole track. So you actually don't lose quite as much time. The thing I ran into earlier was making that 7th lap. The tires were dying at that point. So like as soon as the track starts to dry out, you have to go into tire conservation mode and get over onto the wet line and all that kind of stuff. Maybe if I do that a little earlier, make the tires last. I mean, the bottom line is, when I did it earlier, I actually went to mediums when I went to a racing tire, not knowing at all what the strategy was going to be. But then learned that the rain comes back so soon that you might as well have gone to softs. Had I gone to softs, I maybe could have put a little bit more distance on my competitors. And I finished second in my practice race earlier, so that wasn't bad. But I could have had first. Like, I had 2 mistakes, and then going to mediums when I should have gone to softs. Any one of those probably would have gotten me the win. See how slow that is. I lost like 2/10 just coming out of that corner in 3rd. Right. I'll take the penalty. I just want to get back onto... I want to do some soft running. Alright, I'm going to close down the chat. For any of you out there, I'm not going to be paying attention. Thanks for the well wishes. I will talk to you after the race. So funny how this slows down so much coming out of the pits. You have to be so careful. But it flashes first gear for like the entire straightaway, which I also find funny. Alright, get one racing soft lap. 112 flat. And that's without being able to take the wide lines through the curbs, so might be able to knock out a 110 in qualifying, we'll see. "20 seconds, and here we go." Okay, moved up the order. $17.02. It's not bad. Let's see, anybody we know? We are Marco XD. Raced with them before. What do we got? 200 points possible. 100 for 13th. No rain during qualifying. Alright. Some qualifying underway. Alright, we gotta remember, spread out. We're not racing during qualifying. Looks like I'm a ways back, so definitely need to let some people get away. Guys up ahead are all bunched up. Kind of want them to get away from me. Guy behind me backed off, good. People came out on intermediates on accident. Oops. Hit that bump. That's going to have slowed me down. Alright, got a lot of clean track ahead of me. Big bunch of cars behind me, though. Ah, that was bad. It's gonna be a horrible lap time. I'm still leading this train. got in P10. Yikes! That was better. $110.9. It's my fastest lap yet. Still a half second off the top time. Be a pen, isn't it? Dang it! That was 0.4 faster even. Alright, so the name of this is going to be Survival. It's going to be wet. These guys have a very different pace in the wet. Down to P10. My best time. And I'm in a P10. Alright, can't go down any worse than that, so. Oh, that means there's going to be a lot of cars in front of me. This very first lap is definitely going to be all about survival. Being in P10, though, there's a very good chance I'm either going to hit somebody from behind or somebody's going to hit me from behind. But we can just do our best, try not to get spun. Alright, switch to intermediates. And I would have been up in somewhere between 4, 5, 6, and 7 with that time I had just put in, had I not gotten the penalty for it. go. Nations Cup round 1 in the Red Bull at Red Bull. Yeah, what's the number on the side of my car? Starting in P10. What am I ranked in this lobby? Marco's ranked number 2. Oh, I'm ranked number 15. All right, I got some... I definitely have some ability to improve here. Get some DR if I can finish in the top half. Alright. Brake balance, TCS. Rain is what it's been. Gonna watch the rain meter. Oh, did somebody start on racing tires? Saw a frowny face. Yep. Alright, up to P8. Survived that first turn. Dang it. Oh, I didn't mean to hit him. Sorry, Marco. E7 at the end of the first lap. Oh, that's probably going to be a pen. I think I went wide. Yep. Dang it. Whoa! What just happened there? Well, I didn't punt him, but I got damage. And a 2.5... Alright. Not sure what went on there. I think there was a netcode issue that got me a big penalty. Nobody went off, but I got a 2-second penalty as if I knocked someone off. Well, back to P10 where I started. See if we can work our way up. 28 laps to go. Plenty of time. A 1.7 to P8. I gained a spot there somewhere. gotta slow down. I think these guys must be fighting because well, they're holding each other up because I'm catching up. Oh boy, there's a pack of them. Going into this corner. No way this is going to turn out well. There's nowhere to go. I don't know why I gotta come out of there in 5th gear. That was way wrong. I'm there. Alright, back up to P8. Oh, get her slowed down. Oh, the track is drying out real fast. Yellow flag. Didn't pass anybody though. I don't know, maybe I could come in after 6. Track is drying out pretty good. Way better exit. Good racing. He let me have it. He didn't shove me. I didn't shove him. I'm gonna come in, put on the softs, see what we can do. We'll get back in the pack now. Not spin out on the exit. Go. not get in the wet. Whatever you do, don't go in the wet. Yellow flag. Didn't see it. There's someone spun out. Got people still on the intermediates. Traction control saving me. Guy clearly is still on intermediate tires. Alright, gonna have to be careful. One else off. Whoa! Closing speed was crazy. Alright, there we go. Got the pass done. P4. There we go. Just waited for him to make a mistake. Up to D3. Tires looking good. The sprinkles aren't a problem. Once we get to that dark blue stuff, we got to be really careful. My practice race, I misjudged it and got caught out in the rain. Looks like we're at the point we can use the whole track. Pulling away from Marco. Matt is 14 seconds up, so he is way up there. Softs are starting to wear now. Blue is coming. Hey, I got the fastest lap. Barely. By 4/1000ths, it said. Probably gonna have to hit on the next lap here. That dark blue is coming. Back to intermediates. I waited another lap on my practice race, and that turned out to be a mistake. I'm not waiting this time. Intermediates. Don't need fuel. We're flying by. They're going to get caught out. I hope. Alright, nobody behind me. Yep. There's Marco, who I was following, or who was right behind me, I should say. Matt still, well, he's only 13.4 up, so I've actually closed the gap slightly. Now it's a matter of making these intermediates last the rest of the way if possible. Oh, I'm actually catching up to P2 pretty good. Oh, and there's bigger weather coming. Which could be good for me. Tires to last. I got a ghost. Oh, I need to get away from him. Wow, C. Bennett made it through that rain on softs. But there's more rain coming. Now only 8 seconds back. Went too deep. It's getting wetter. Gotta be careful. Even if it doesn't get to full wet territory, that higher up in the blue can get real sketchy. Like that. I don't know if I'm going to get a pen for that. Didn't touch the gas, so no pen. I am 16 seconds ahead of fourth. 11 to go. see Bennett's actually getting away. I wonder if he was on wet tires and that's why I was catching him. The moisture meter's starting to come down to where these intermediates should be a little more sticky again. But 10 more laps to go on these intermediate tires. I may have to switch back to softs again. That's what I had to do in the last race, is I switched to softs with like 5 to go. Need to start conserving these tires. Well ahead of fourth if I just don't make any major mistakes. Managing the tires. If I can make it the remaining 8 laps on the intermediates, I think that's what I'm going to do because the pit stop is so long. I just need to make sure these tires don't die on me. Might be a bit of a tall order. Down on the wet line. One and two clearly have pace on me, so P3 is where it looks like I belong. I just need to be able to finish it off. Either by making the tires last or just get a big enough lead. 17 seconds to 4th. Which honestly, on the racing line, is still wet. I'm trying to stay in the wet, and the racing line itself is still wet in a lot of spots. So unfortunately, the tires are dying. The track isn't dry enough. Racing line here, it's still wet. Well, it's really close. Like there it's dry. But one more lap. Let's just take it easy. Have to pit. Kind of a matter of whether I pit for softs or whether I hit on intermediates just to be safe. Even there, see, that was still just a little damp last time around. Looks to be, now if I go wide like that, that's a problem. Four laps. But I gotta come in. Softs. We're gonna make it work. Just have to hope Dr. Marco also needs to come in. Or he's gonna be very slow. Okay, he came in too. Alright, I should be good. Holy crap, this thing, oh god, we're so far ahead of everybody else. Alright, can't hit the wet line. I am way ahead. Don't screw it up. I'm 11 seconds off of Matt. Unless he spins, I'm not catching him. Whoa. Took that too tight. That's okay. Maybe Dr. Marco's going to push too hard to come try to catch me. And then he'll spin out, and then it's just free sailing. My tires must have touched the wet there to spin up like that. 3 laps. Oh, someone spun. Somebody way in the back. All right, 2 laps. Just keep it steady. "15 seconds up to Matt. No sense in pushing this. Got 9 seconds to Marco. Just nice leisurely lap on the final lap. Bring home a podium. I'll be very happy with the podium. I don't like this car. I don't like this track. But I'm making it work. Congratulations to C. Bennett on the win. P3. Take that. I will take that. Alright, let's see. Who all stopped in? Oak. S to C. C-dubs. Thank you guys for stopping by. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit subscribe if you're new around here. Ooh, that was a race. C-dubs, you've never done one of the GTWS races? Surprising. in my experience, most of them are cleaner than the daily races. That's why I'm doing this one. I was ranked 15th in this lobby and finished 3, so that should help my DR quite a bit. I will take the P3. "41 seconds off the lead, but you know, 193 points. I will take that. I'm glad I did the practice race earlier. Ooh, save the replay. Save the replay. Thanks, Ecstasy. I appreciate that. I suppose I can turn the chat on now. Or actually, you know what I can do? Well, I'm done with that. Don't need to do another one. I was worried I was going to have to run a second run of it, but I am not going to need to do that. So what we'll do is I will spin up a Joker Series lobby. Right after I turn in this handy-dandy ticket. And then I'm going to set up my headphones. I wasn't planning on having those set up, so I'll get them set up. And we'll put a Joker Series lobby up for those that have completed this. Gotten GTWS out of the way. Oh, need to change the oil. Let's do that. I forget, you have to change the oil in these cars all the time. Whoops, that is not the right one. Yeah, Ecstasy, what am I doing? I did that earlier. I did my alt account earlier today, which gave me good practice for this one. I finished P2 in that one, finished P3 in this one. So, all in all, a good comeback to GTWS for me so far. There we go. Alright, let's see. Let's do... I haven't been doing the Ferraris. Let's go to the Ferrari. Fire up a lobby. I'll get it going, and then I'm going to put you guys on break and come back. So, yeah, practice with using manual. I tell you what, I mean, using the manual helps a lot. I know Shaggy does automatic, and he does really good with it. But I find it as I use the shifting to help control wheel spin, to help get through corners a little better. I mean, there's a lot of ways it helps. All right, room is up. So I'm going to put you guys on break. Stick around. I will be back in a few minutes. All right? All right, we are back. We are back. Joker Series lobby is up. Got a podium in my GTWS race, P3. Excuse me. Got a P2 earlier in my practice race I did in my alt account. So I was in the GT2 category there. I should have won that race, but it was a practice race, so there were mistakes that were made. But still ended up with a P2, so I was happy with that one. But P3 in my main account. In fact, I forgot to look and see how my driver rating changed. It didn't look like it changed all that much. I'm up at, what is that, 65, 70%, something like that. I was ranked 15th in that lobby and got a P3, so I am very happy with that. Yeah, so quick announcement. I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. I got the GoFundMe QR code up for those that are willing and able to help contribute to Papa from Papa's House of Game, the untimely passing of his wife, Susan, last week. He's in our thoughts and prayers for sure. He could use the help. So, and I just saw in Discord that there is a fan who is pledged to match all donations over the next 24 hours to Papa. So it's currently sitting at $6,000. If we can get another $1,000 worth of donations, this person will match another $1,000 on top of that. So if anybody's been on the fence about donating to Papa and help him out, now would be the time to do it. So I know he is super appreciative. He's come into my stream and expressed it. I've also gotten messages from him. He's so very thankful of, for this community, which he's built, and which, quite honestly, Susan helped him build and pushed him to build. So her passing not only hits Papa, but hits the rest of us too. We're gonna miss having Susan around. So anything people can do to help. If there's no pressure. If you are not in a position to donate, don't. There's no shame on you going on here. But if you can, and your heart tells you to do so, then people would appreciate that. So with that said, I've got a Joker Series lobby up. Figure we can dovetail into some Joker Series practice since I don't have to run another GTWS race. So if there's anybody considering running the Joker series. It's a week from today. It's going to be next Wednesday. We're going to kick it off at 6 p.m. Central Time. And it's going to be fun. You know, what I should do is put into the chat the link for the Joker series so that people can check it out. So bear with me just a moment while I get that link into the chat. And we'll replace the pinned message with that one. There we go. There we go. All right. So yeah, if anybody's out there wondering, well, what's the Joker series? So I just pinned the link in the chat. Go check it out. To give you the Cliff's Notes, it's this series is going to be different from any other series. It's not a league. There's no points. It doesn't carry over week to week. Each time we do the event, it's just a standalone event. For now, it's just for fun. I do eventually want to offer some prizes to people who are at the Joker level membership of this channel, but we need to get more members and more interest for that. This is still new, so we're still getting the hype out there. But what we're doing is Joker Laps. If you're not familiar with the Joker Lap, it was introduced in Rallycross some years ago, where there's an additional section of track that you have to do on one lap of the race. So, for example, this track, we're at Monza no chicane. So for one lap, you have to take the chicane. That's the Joker lap. Otherwise, you just run it as the Monza no chicane layout. Because this is outside the normal GT7 rules, like GT7 doesn't enforce anything. You know, doesn't do penalties, it doesn't keep track of whether you've done your Joker lap or anything like that. So you do, if you're interested in participating, need to go to the website and read through the rules docs. Every event, we have 2 rules docs to read through. One is the main series document that just outlines what the series is about and is how it works. And then there's a second document for the specific track. And it's going to have screenshots of the different commitment zones, what the Joker lap is, how to take it, what the what's inbounds, what's out of bounds, and some further explanations of some of the other driving rules and etiquette that you have to do in this particular series. Because again, it's outside the bounds of what the game actually enforces. So I would strongly encourage anybody to go check that out. We've got the schedule on there. What I have been doing is at the end of each event, I announce what the next event is what the car and track combo is going to be for the next event. I do have a calendar that you can, a Google Calendar that you can import into your calendar on the website. That's got the dates quite a ways out. I think I've got 3 months in advance on there. On the website, I've only got the current one. And I think I've got the next date. Let me pull that up again. No, I don't. I just have past events and the current event on there. I didn't want to put a bunch of stuff that was going to confuse, where we are at. But if you download the calendar, then you'll see when the future events will be, as far as day of the month, because I'm doing this monthly for now. But yeah, we've got 3 cars to choose from for this race. I'm trying to use road cars for all these events, if at all possible. It's likely I'll have to put some group cars in there every now and then. But I'm trying to avoid it just because group cars are in pretty much all the other leagues I do, or that I've seen. T-Case, good friend of mine, he's going to be doing commentary during this the races next week. We'll do however many splits we're comfortable doing. The previous 2 events, we've done 3 splits. The first event was at the Daytona Tri-Oval, where the bus stop or Le Mans chicane on the backstretch was the Joker lap. And then we did Tsukuba, which the Joker lap was just after the big Dunlop bridge, about halfway through the track. There's a little section that you go off. That was the Joker lap there, and we did that. We had 4 cars to choose from for that one. This one we've got 3 cars to choose from. The F12 Berlinetta from 2012. That's the one I'm sitting in. And then the Chevrolet Corvette C7 ZR1 from 2019. Or the Aston Martin 177. Those are the 3 cars to choose from for this particular event. So, if you're interested in running, or you just want to have some fun, do something a little different, come on in and get some practice. Do that. I do have the lobby listed as a friends only, so all my friends can come in. If you're not a friend of mine, then send me a friend request on PSN. Papa! Nice to see you, buddy. It went really well. I was surprised. I ran on my alt account earlier today and got a P2. And then I just ran my main account and got a P3. So I was quite surprised. A pretty healthy P3. So got a podium. My first time back in sport mode. Haven't done it in a while. So, but yeah, it actually went pretty good. It was a good thing I did the practice, because to get the strategy down for when to change tires in the rain, that practice helped out quite a bit. So, how you holding up? I know it's just kind of getting through each day for now. We miss you. We hope you come back soon, but we also know you need to take as much time as you need to take. We will be here waiting for your triumphant return. Oh, that's right. That's this Saturday. Yeah, that's going to be a day. Oh, just overflowing with emotions, I'm sure. That's going to be a hard one to get through. So, we'll be thinking about you Saturday. For sure. Wish I wasn't so stinking far away. I try to find a way to be there, but obviously way too far away for that. No problem, man. Hey, McNaughty was right. Your channel had been doing this for a while, where it's showing everybody's name with their @name instead of their, like, Facebook or YouTube name. Now it looks like everybody's is doing it. I don't like that. I wish there was a setting to change that back. Participants? No. Yeah, there's like no settings to like change it. Oh well, it is what it is. Have you gotten any offline seat time, even just not streaming? Just take your mind off things. All right, well, let's get on track. Let's just put some laps in for the sake of putting some laps in. Whoa, nope, now it's just gonna spin. Oh, almost caught it. Almost caught it. This one's tough. Your tires touch the grass at all, and it's a hard one to recover from. Oh man, she's tail happy. Wow. Oh, that's right. I still have the TCS turned on. I shouldn't need that in this car. Alright, this thing drives so much different from the Red Bull. It's gonna take a little getting used to again. Need to hit the brakes earlier for sure. Back end out. Man, still need to get my braking points figured out. She's so squirrely. Oh, that's right. How about I turn on the fact that we are doing some SJS practice. Joker Series practice. I came back from that just as I was about to hit my braking point. Alright, I should be able to do a better lap than that. That was still ugly. It's not getting her slowed down enough. Should still be a lot better lap. Still lost the rear end a little. 38.5. Still can't quite seem. Still losing the rear end when I get into the chicane. This car definitely has some oversteer on corner entry. Those front tires grab. Rear tires don't know what to do about it. Gonna very much be a finesse car, it's looking like. It's not like some cars where you can just turn in extra and the front tires will just slide if you lose traction. It looks like this one, if you turn in too much, the rear end comes around. So you really got to watch your steering input, it looks like. Oh, just missed the grass. All right. Slow down. Still wasn't pretty, but it was better. There we go, 37.8. That was with a bad chicane still, so should be able to improve on that. There we go. Oh, is that going to be a pen, though? Did I finally get it slowed down enough and then messed it up? Dang it! At least I have a better handle on the chicane now. Now that I got it wound down, I got to navigate it the right way. Wow, still got a 38.5 after a 1.5-second penalty. That was better. That felt slow, but it was smooth. Not sure if that'll actually end up being faster or not. It is. By quite a bit. Get down to the low 37s here, maybe. If I cannot mess it up. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do the Joker lap. Yeah, 37.3. Oh, I'm going to overshoot it. Oh, I overshot it bad. Need to get onto the brakes sooner. It looked like significantly sooner. We're going to do the Joker lap again. Just for fun. Oh, that's probably a pen. Turn on the turn signal early. Yep, of course that was a pen. Alright, gotta brake earlier. Looked like quite a bit earlier. I made it, but that was still sketchy. I think I need to brake even earlier than that. Oh, and it's hard to hold it to the inside. Man, this car more so than the others, you really do steer with the brake. For those that have that down, this may be the car for them. Let's see. All right, I've had nobody else come in. You know, I wonder, T-Case was running some lobbies. If he's still running some lobbies, maybe I'll switch over to that, since I don't see anybody zipping in here, which is no surprise with GTWS going on. I kind of figured that was going to be a tall order. But or no, T-Case isn't streaming right now. He was. He must be done already. Yeah, never mind. He's not streaming. So, okay. Well, he did. Okay. It was a 2-hour stream. Just he was done a half hour ago. All right. Never mind. We will leave this up. In case anyone wants to stop in. You know, I should have compared. Look at what my practice times were before to compare and see what I just did, and if that was faster or slower than I had done before. But I'm not gonna tell you. You have to figure it out for yourself. But come on in. Use some people in here. Love to see some times getting compared. I saw McNaughty is still streaming, which means he's probably doing the GTWS lobby in a half hour if he's still streaming. Otherwise, he would have been done a while ago. Either he didn't do the first slot or the first slot did not go very well. I was wondering if the driver rating updates right away, or if with the GTWS races, if it takes a little while to update. Because I would have expected a bit bigger bump with it being a GTWS race and the fact that I finished 3rd when I was ranked 15th. All in all, it was still a good outing, a good return back to GTWS. We'll see if I keep doing it. I know this Saturday might be... I'm not sure if I'll run the race on Saturday or not. And next Wednesday, I'm certainly not doing it because I'm running the Joker Series. Although with the way the times are, like in my time, the slots are 8 p.m., 10 p.m., and midnight. So, I mean, I suppose if I really wanted to next Wednesday, I could run the 10 p.m. or even the midnight slot if I really wanted to, but we'll see. I don't remember what the next one is. Oh, excuse me. I remember it said specified car, but I don't remember the track. I know we're not getting the new tracks till December, so Nations Cup will be over with by then. But I'm wondering if they're going to fire off a Manufacturers Cup as soon as Nations is done, or as it's winding down, they'll announce a Manufacturers Cup series. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Man, I'd love to get some more people in here. Would love to get some more people in. This is a fun race. Now, how about I switch to one of the other cars? I'm going to switch to the Corvette. Not the C6, but the C7. Here we are. Let's see, at a 37.4 basically. Let's see if I can catch that. I've put in more practice with the Corvette, so know what to expect with that chicane. Oh, I think I've got the traction control on. Turn that back off. I gotta go set that off, turn that off in the settings so I don't have to keep disabling it every time I come into a lobby. Ooh, had to catch that. Almost spun out. I keep forgetting to check and see what the power band curve is on all three of these cars. I'm not sure if any of them are supposed to be being short shifted or something like that, if I'm driving them wrong. I have no idea. I'm much smoother in the Corvette, but like I said, I've done more practice laps in it than I have in the Ferrari. .38.6. Jeez. Well, that's unfortunate, Ecstasy. You always come into the Joker Series one here. I'm the only one in here, and I promise not to punch you. Oh. Yeah, the top B rating. People are desperate. Top of A, or top of B, bottom of A. Okay. I will keep it open then. 37.8, getting better. Let's take the Joker lap. This one I know where to brake. In fact, I brake too early. Oh, too wide, too wide. Ah. Whoops. All right, so let's actually... I want to look at the power band to this thing. Oh, it peaks out, but maintains... See, it peaks horsepower really early. Then the horsepower is actually dropping off. Or no, the horsepower goes up, torque peaks early and starts to tail off. It doesn't tail off a lot, though. Until you hit redline. I wonder if that means that just a little bit of a short shift is the way to go, because you've got so much torque at a lower RPM. You know what, let's look at the Ferrari, just to compare. Alright, so that one, the torque doesn't max out until quite a bit later. And it maxes out at 509 foot-pounds. The Corvette had the torque up at 700 some at a lot lower RPM. So it looks like this one you definitely rev it out. Corvette, maybe short shifted a bit, which I should have known. Most of the Corvettes are that way. Now, what does the 177 look like? I've never looked at this one. Kind of in between. I mean, its torque is only 554, so again, Corvette has way more torque. But it looks like this one you probably rev out pretty good too. Hey, Ecstasy. So what cars have you practiced with? Mostly the Ferrari? Let me go back in the Corvette again. Yeah, definitely try all the cars. See which one. I mean, you can get familiar with one, but you definitely want to put in 10, 20 laps with each car just to see which one is feels the best. The tricky part you might have is if you've put in 50, 100 laps with one car, switching to any of them is just going to feel foreign. But like I did in my testing, is I tried to spend a decent amount of time in each car to get to know them and understand how to drive each one. And I found some fairly quick times in all three. All three of them are relatively competitive, I will say. There we go. Got the chat reader working again. I forgot. That was not showing up for people. So it's like I've been talking to myself. But there have been people talking, so now you can see. Not sure where you're braking with the Ferrari. I was just running some laps in it. The Ferrari you have to brake a lot earlier than in the Corvette, for sure. Oh, whoops, that's right. I need to turn. That's right, I have to get out to turn the assist off. There we go. Alright, well, let's get out on track. I'm going to try short shifting this thing a little bit more. See if I can pick up a little more time. Because torque-wise, this thing maxes out way earlier. Yeah, the invitation. That was the point, though. I wanted to have one car that was one of those where, you know, did you have it? Like, when you had a chance to get it, did you? Because I'm going to use it. Or I'm going to allow you to use it. But yeah, the invite, which they're getting rid of. You know, when they do the Spec 3 update in December, they say they're getting rid of the invites, which, quite honestly, they should have done a while ago. All right, let's short shift this thing quite a ways and see what that does with our time and with our top speed, for that matter. And then I forgot to do it. Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people did. I'm one of these completionists, so I was always going for, I want to have every car in the game, so I've had every car in the game for a while now. And every time they come out with an update, I buy whatever the new cars are right away. So I always still have every car. I've completed all the like world race events. The only things I don't have done is I don't have all the license tests done yet, and there's just a couple, there's like 3 circuit experiences I haven't been able to complete. But otherwise, I've done all the missions, I've done all the single player stuff, got all the cars. I got track limits for that? That was like a pixel over, I guess. Oh, went way too deep on that. God, I gotta keep remembering to shift earlier. Still having a hard time remembering to shift a lot earlier. Like, the shift on this car is actually kind of slow, so I tend to, on like going through the Lesmos, I keep it in third and just save the shift. Should be able to get the Corvette back down to the 37s. I want to see if I can match my 37.4. Oh, almost lost the rear end. There we go. This should be a good lap. As long as that's not a pen. Looks like I was right on pace with my Ferrari time. The problem is, here's where the Ferrari excels, though, is that in a straight line. Now the Corvette can brake later. Corners better. I'm giving out too many hints. What are we going to end up with? 36, 37. Okay, I'm in the 37s. 4/10 off of my Ferrari time. Oh, touch the grass. What am I doing in second gear? I did not mean to be in second gear there. Whoa, lost it. Oh, that's going to kill that lap time. Saved the car, ruined the lap time. Had to save it. It's also going to kill my lap time. Way off on that one. Almost saved it. Almost saved it, but not quite. All right, let's run the Joker lap again. And then we're going to watch and see what Estacy's doing. Whoa, whoa. Don't want to be out here. Don't want to be out here. Joker lap successful. Let's watch what Estacy's doing. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate that. Yeah, P3. I was not expecting that. So, Estacy purple. Yeah, I was really hoping just to get a top 10 and just kind of worked my way up. So, I was very happy with the P3. I got shuffled back a little bit on, I think it was on lap 2. I got shuffled back about 3 spots, but honestly, I don't think that affected my outcome at all. P2 was quite a ways ahead of me. P3 was like 6-7 seconds behind me, so I was in the spot where I was going to end up. And I was really taking it easy the last like 3-4 laps. I could have been pushing harder, but I just didn't want to. I had a big enough gap between everybody that I just didn't want to screw up. Get through Parabolica. Oh, really wide. Hold on to it. Kept it on the track. 38.1. It's not a bad time. Up almost a tenth, 3/4 of a tenth on my best lap. So Estacy's got that first sector down pretty good. Getting through the Lesmos here gets a little tricky. Lesmo 2. Ooh, off. Saves it. See, I would have spun right there. In fact, when I was just doing this in the Ferrari, that is where I spun. Went from being purple in the first sector to down almost 2 seconds in the second sector. So gotta clean up that second sector. This car is really twitchy under braking, so... I've been running so many laps in the Corvette and the The Aston Martin. Whoa! Save it! Nope. Didn't hit the wall. Didn't hit the wall. That was impressive. Now, I will remind people, for this one, this will be the first race where we have multiple tire compounds allowed. Racing mediums are required, but racing softs are also available. It's like a clean out lap so far. Got to get through Ascari. Said this before, Ascari is where you can gain or lose an awful lot of time. Like, it's all about momentum through there, and if you can't maintain the momentum, you lose incredible amounts of time. But if you get it right, you can make up quite a bit of time. The trick is getting it right. Oh, going a little wide again. Keeps it on the track. All right, see how this hot lap goes. Good run through that first turn. Again, 0.072. It's like clockwork. That was like almost exactly how much they were up on that other lap. Now it's just getting through Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2. This is where STC has struggled. Well, kept it on that time. Didn't have to save it. That should help with the time. Coming up on the second time check. Down only 1.3 tenths. So that is not far off. Or that's 1.3 tenths on their best lap, not a purple lap. Ooh, lost some momentum in that slide. Ooh, but gets a 37 flat. Kills it in the final sector. Very nice. Alright, I'm going to get back out. See if maybe we can do a little drafting. See if some slipstream can help with those lap times at all. You know, the Ferrari definitely has more top-end speed. It tops out at like 206. The Corvette tops out at more like 196. But I have seen when in the slipstream of the Ferrari can get over 200. There, knock that off the road. See, the torque this car has is nuts. Want S to C to catch up. Through the chicane, coming up on Lesmo 1. There they are. Had to catch it. Oh, got a penalty. Right, I wait. SC is going to come screaming out of Parabolica. It's going to close this gap quite a bit. That might be a pen. A 3-second pen. Holy jeez. Crimes against humanity. Oh, S to C, did you spin? I got a pen. Dang it. Yeah, see, now SC's right on my tail. They're going to close that gap super fast. But now, I got some slipstream. Whoop, too deep. There we go, kept it tighter that time. Now they got a lot more ground to make up to catch up, which they probably will, though. That car is just so much faster. I mean, look at that. Just catching me. But then I pull away there. Overbraked there. Did not carry nearly the amount of speed S2C did. Whoa, lost the rear end of the Corvette. Now SC is going to fly on by me. Give me some slipstream. Now I should be able to hit 200 miles an hour with the slipstream. Easy. Oh, did I know I sent it in really deep. I don't think I touched you, did I? I just know my braking point is a lot later in the Corvette, so I was like, oh crap, I need to go around. And then I lost some of my braking. Yeah, I braked late too. But the Corvette can brake later. That's the thing with these cars, is it can be a bit of a seesaw battle. Felt like a smooth run through the corners. Still a quarter second off my best time. Although my best time is still listed as being in the Ferrari. All right, back in the 37s, a 37.6. I think that's the best lap I've done in the Corvette tonight anyway. Have to save it. That exit is so tricky. Oh, it looks like it caught ecstasy. Got another 37. Not bad, I would take that. 37s are a good time. I have a feeling there's people that are going to be doing 36s. And with the slipstream, I don't know if people are going to be able to eke out a 35. Really interested to find out. But I think I'm going to shut the stream down. So I've been at it for 3 hours here. Once again, got a P3 in the GT World Series and a solid A lobby. I was really happy with how that went. Oh, you're going to take off too. All right, well then that works. We're both out of here. So but yeah, thanks to everybody that stopped by. I know I was not paying attention to chat. In fact, I had the chat hidden when I was running my GTWS race because I just wanted to be locked in on that, and that seemed to work. But thank you all for that stop by to check in. Then checked in on us doing the Joker Series stuff. Again, we've got the Joker Series race coming a week from tonight, 6 p.m. next Wednesday. NRL is kicking off again this weekend for round 2 of the races. They've got, I believe they kick off Friday at 7 p.m. Central and then Saturday at noon Central. So those are going to be some exciting races. They've got some crazy combos going on there. And I mean, that just the fact that it's NRL, it's going to be a fun one. So, oh, why did my thing not switch? There we go. Okay, that was weird. It like locked up. But yeah, also, you know, as I've got on the screen here, the QR code for the GoFundMe to help out Papa, you know, with the unexpected passing of his wife Susan. If you have the ability and you would like to donate, help him out, he could use it. There's the QR code. You can get to the GoFundMe. That's going to be going to a good cause there. It had also been announced just maybe an hour or so ago. There is another contributor that will be matching all donations 100% for the next 24 hours. So last I checked, we're at about 6,000. Let's see where we're at now. 6417. So we've raised about another 340, I think, from what we were at. But yeah, all those donations for the next 24 hours are going to be matched. So if you've thought about helping contribute to that GoFundMe, now would be a good time to do it. So no pressure. I mean, if you're not in a place to be able to donate, don't worry about it. But if you have the ability, that would be awesome. So with that said, I'm out of here. Everybody have a good night. Peace out. Be kind to one another. We'll catch you again soon. Bye-bye.